Good evening all, this is Niteshri from Sri Sairam College of Engineering, 3rd year CSC, B section. Today I'll be presenting about on the topic of trademark. Let's see what do you mean by trademark, validity of trademark, types of trademark registration in India. Come on, let's see the introduction about the trademark. A trademark can be a symbol, logo, combination of both. Okay, what do you mean by a symbol, word, logo? A symbol, a McDonald's symbol, a Google symbol, a Google logo, a McDonald's logo. A combination of word or both, which identifies and distinguishes the goods and services of a company. For example, when you see a Vodafone, it is a telecommunication services. We can tell it is a service-oriented company. When you see a Tata Consultancy Services, by the name it says it is a service-based company. And when you see a Amul product, it is Amul logo. We can easily recognize it as an Amul product. Uh, Example, if you see a McDonald's logo, we can easily identify, okay, this product is from McDonald's. Or when you order something from Flipkart, the Flipkart logo itself says, okay, this product is from Flipkart or either from Amazon. In this way, we can identify the goods and services of one company from others, and it has a brand value. When you go for a Amazon, it has some brand value. Like we can trust on their products, or if you go on a Flipkart or a Myntra, we have a more trust on them. Like okay, the products ensured are really good, and we can really buy the products. So the product or a logo or a trademark, it really has impact on the people, like okay, this product is good and we can recognize and we can trust on the product, and it has its own brand identity. For example, Google company, a Google logo, okay, the people are fantasized about the Google company, like okay, this is a Google, we have some trust on it, then we can work in that company, and then we'll think about everything. We have such a trust on a brand value where the logos are used. For example, if you order something from Myntra, we'll be having like, okay, the product is from Myntra, it will be good. So we have that trust and we recognize the product received is from Myntra. And we'll see the different types of trademark, like product trademark, services oriented trademark, collective trademarks, and geographically indexed trademarks in the next section. Come, let us see what do you mean by validity of trademark. Validity of trademark in India, the Trademark Act was introduced in 1999. What do you mean by validity? A common term, validity or valid. Like the immediate question is, validity means for how many years, for how many months, for how many days. We calculate that. And validity of trademark, it means like for how many months or years a trademark is valid, and how to maintain the validity, how to renew it based on the laws present. Hmm. And how will you know the validity up from this date to this date? It is based on like when the product or a service or a trademark is registered. The initial validity, when you register a product or a logo, for example, when you register an Amazon logo, the major or a minor term for from the date of registration to its validity will be 10 years. Its validity will be 10 years. Example, in our India, United States, European countries, it will be almost 10 years from the typically from date of registration to the end of the validity. And renewal. What do you mean by renewal? A term. Like renewal, it means like after a validity period, you have to renew the product. Like you have to rebuy it, or you have to pay the fees of a renewal to gain its access again. Suppose you have registered a trademark in 2010, and its validity will be for 10 years. It has to be renewed After 10 years, like from 2010 to 2020, again it has to be renewed. If it is not renewed, then the access of the product will be not with us, the access of a trademark will be not with us. So the product has to be renewed from the date. Like for example, you have designed on a trademark logo and you have commercialized it, and you have registered in the date of like 2015 and for the validity of 10 years, and again it has to be renewed to be in the access of yours, and you have to pay the renewal fees of that after the 10 years. Then next, what do you mean by loss of validity? Loss, it means you are losing the validity of a particular product or a service, or a trademark, logo, text, anything. Example, loss of when you are not paying the renewal fees, when you are not renewing it, and when you are not using the product, when you are not using the trademark. Okay, when you are not using the trademark for either of 5 years, 10 years, then you may lose your validity. And from the date of registration itself, maybe you have registered that back of 3 or 4 years, but still you're not commercializing it, you're not using it for any cause, so there is a lot of chance that you'll lose your validity, and you're not paying the renewal fees. First you have registered your trademark, but after that you have not renewed it, you have not used it, and the renewal fees is not paid yet, so you lose your validity. And legal production or legal challenge, when the trademark you are designing, or a logo or a text or a slogan, anything you have designed, it should be novel, it should be under guidelines, you should not copy from the previous trademarks. The trademark officer will check everything, and by that only you'll get the validity of trademark. If if anybody if anybody like identifies it, or any people, they can challenge it, no, this trademark has already been used, and this trademark is not novel, so the people can challenge, and you can lose the validity of trademark then and there. So during the trademark registration, you should keep in a mind that the product or a service or a logo or a slogan, it should be novel, it should be under the guidelines, that you should never copy the trademark, or uh, uh, you should never copy from the previous things what they have already been in the market. It should be always novel, and it should be always new to the market, where you can commercialize it, and you can earn from that. And international validity, when you want the validity of your trademark or logo in the different region and different country, you can register even in the different country, in the different region. Example, you have uh, registered in India, you can even register in any other convention like Paris convention and all. And if you have registered in a particular state, your trademark is registered in particular state. Example, you have registered your trademark in Karnataka. Again, if you want to register in any of other states like uh, Tamil Nadu and all, you can re-register it, uh, and you have to follow the same guidelines. It has to be novel, and until you are novel and you are following the guidelines, there is no issue in international validity, or any, like if you have already published your trademark in the Trademark Journal of India, you can again republish in any of the other country like Paris, England, any of the country, until your trademark is novel under your guidelines. Next, we'll see about types of trademark registered in India. Product trademark, service trademark, collective trademark, certification trademark, shape trademark, pattern trademark, sound trademark, word trademark, logo trademark. Come on, let's see from one after the other. What do you mean by product trademark? For example, the marks which is used to identify the particular product. Example, Apple logo, which will identify the Apple's product. like Apple iPhone, MacBook. These are like an Apple logo can identify its products. So this is a product-based trademark. And Amul logo where we can identify the Amul products like Amul milk, Amul curd, Amul ghee, and these are the product trademarks. And what do you mean by services trademark? The trademark, the mark which is used to identify the services, which is used to distinguish between the product or the service. For example, the service-oriented trademarks are like Tata Consultancy Service. By the name itself, we can tell, okay, this is a service-oriented or a service-based company. And Vodafone services, like Vodafone provide telecommunication services. Geo provides the telecommunication services. By the name or a logo or a trademark itself, we can identify, okay, this is a trademark base, this is a product base. It is a product base or a service base. Services based are Tata Consultancy Services, Vodafone Services. These are service based trademarks. Then next we'll go for collective trademark. Collective trademark, it identifies a group of people or a group of a business class or a group of people where they are identified by their particular name. Example, CA, Chartered Accountancy in India. Like the group of people, the chartered accountants in India are symbolized by CA. Those are chartered accountants. They are a group of people we call by them. We call them as chartered accountants or by the CA symbol, etc. Then certification trademark. The trademarks which are like when you build a product, when you build any service, like the product has to be certified and it has to meet some guidelines to be certified. Like if you have built, example, Nandini ghee, it has been built and if it is FSAI certified, it has FSAI mark, like it has met the guidelines which is not harming any people, and it can be consumed by children and all. So there is a FSAI trademark. This is about the certification trademark. And what do you mean by shape trademark? The trademark which is used to identify the unique shape of any product. Example, there is a Kit Kat bar, the chocolate bar. It has its own shape. To identify it, okay, we can, by the shape itself we can identify, okay, this is a Kit Kat product. And like Coca-Cola's counter bottle, like if we can distinguish from the Mirinda bottle and the Coca-Cola bottle by its shape. By this we can identify the trademark based on the shape. Pattern tape, trademarks, the marks which is used to identify the pattern. Example, we have Louis Vuitton or Zouk bags which are made in India. By the pattern of them or the based on their zigzag pattern or checkouts pattern, we can easily identify, okay, this is Louis Vuitton bag, this is Zouk bag. Based on their weaving pattern, we can identify those. And next is a sound trademark, the marks which is used to identify the sounds of products or services. Example, Nokia's ringtone. The old ringtone or default ringtone which Nokia is, we can easily identify, okay, this is a Nokia's product. And the word trademark, word marks used to identify the words or text. If you have a McDonald's word, if you have a Google, any of this logo, by this word only, okay, this is a McDonald product, this is a Google company, Microsoft, Amazon, Flipkart. By this word or text, we can easily identify. Logos, any of the logos like Louis Vuitton logo, Amazon logo, Flipkart logo, any of the company's logo like Accenture, any of this we can easily identify by their logos. Marks used to identify by their logos and the shapes. And geographical indication trademarks. Geographical indication trademarks are like from a particular region, a product or a service is based on, like example, Mysore silk, Mysore pak, or Banarsi silk, basmati rice. It is famous for a particular area. We can easily identify, okay, this has its own brand value and we can recognize it. Okay, this is a basmati rice and this is a Mysore silk, Banarsi sari. By the name or by the location itself, we can identify the trademark. These are the different kinds of trademarks. I hope you have all understood about the what do you mean by trademarks, what is the validity of trademarks, and what are the different kinds of trademarks. These are some snapshots of types of trademark search in India. That is words and services marks, shape marks, logos and symbols, collective marks, series marks, and the certification marks as already discussed. I guess all have cleared your topic on this. Thank you so much. Thank you all.